Hi, I'm Matt, Product Specialist here at Freeform Fabrication. I'm here to talk to you today about how to use the SciAps X5 Precious Metal Analyzer safely. When you first receive your machine, the first thing you need to do is register it with the HSE. We'll drop that link down below. When you turn the machine on, it'll prompt you for a password. You click on the arrow to go forward and put in that password. You can set that to whatever you want it to be and only give it to people that you want to use the analyzer that have been trained to use the analyzer safely. It will then pop up with a warning to tell you that it's an X-ray device. After calibration, you can start to use the unit. Now, one safety feature of the X5 is that you can't analyze something unless there's something there to analyze. So if you accidentally press the trigger whilst you're holding it, it will come up with scanning failed, no sample detected, please adjust sample position. So if you're carrying it, moving from one position to another, you can't accidentally press the trigger and X-ray the people around you. With that proximity sensor, some people might be tempted to X-ray something in their hand. You should never do this. Now, the advantage of the X5 is that you have a targeted camera. So when you're using it as a handheld, you can use firstly the marks on the side of the X5, but also use the camera that is on the screen to make sure you're measuring really accurately onto the piece. This eliminates the need to analyze in your hand completely. So when using the X5 as a handheld, the key points to remember is the X-rays are directional, so not to have it pointed at someone. But also when using it like this, the ideal situation is to have it so that you're facing into the corner of a room, which means the X-rays are definitely not going to go anywhere into the room or around other people. Here is the best way to use the X5 as a handheld. Place your item on the table. Place the X5 on top of the sample. Make sure on the camera that you're over the sample. Make sure no one is around you, or ideally, position yourself so that you're pointing the X5 into a corner, and then analyze. Press the trigger once. Hold the X5 onto the sample until it comes up with completed on the screen, and then have a look at your results. Now I'm going to show you how to use the stand. So first step is to put the base in there. Next step is for the screen. Make sure it's nice and sturdy. Next step is this part that slots over the top of the analyzer. And then we've got a leaded glass container here that sits on top. So now this is perfectly contained. All of the X-rays are held inside here. We can take this off and place a piece over the analyzer window, close the lid and press the trigger. You can see here that the power icon is flashing. When that stops flashing, you'll be able to take the lid off and have a look at the result on the screen. If you don't want to pick up the X5 after every test, you can actually mirror the screen to your computer and operate it from there. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, please contact our technical support team.